Remember, happiness doesn't depend upon who you are or what you have, it depends solely upon what you think. Dale Carnegie.
Introduction: Unleash the power of your mind for wild success.
The mind is everything. What you think you become. Buddha.
Would you like a lifetime of abundance, happiness, success, and financial freedom? Of course you do. The more important and critical question is, do you know how to achieve a fantastic life, and are you willing to do what it takes? The truth is, once we learn how to drastically improve our lives and happiness, we also know that the steps aren't as hard as we thought. Many of us have wasted years striving and struggling when there is an easier way. The key is in your mindset. You are full of potential right now. You only need to shake free of limiting beliefs, negative self-talk, sabotaging habits, and adopt an abundance mindset. You might call it a millionaire mindset, prosperity mindset, or simply a positive mindset, but it's a firm belief that you are worthy of happiness and wealth. When you add unshakable faith, and then action, you create success and wealth in your life. This book will give you the keys to unlock your potential and gain wealth, success, and happiness. Of course, a key must be used to achieve anything, and that's where action comes in. Brian Tracy dedicated an entire book to the power of self-discipline, and even titled it so. He opens by discussing the miracle of self-discipline, and says that while we all want to create wealth, be happy, be fit, and be successful, we often live in a world of someday. Do you live in a world of someday, where you'll take action later? Or do you want to create real change this year? This month? Today? Reading his book is step 1. Reflecting on it is step 2. Taking action on what you learn is step 3 and the most important. I learned that in my own life back when I had worked as a locksmith for the same company for 20 years, first as a technician and then an engineer. I helped set up new production facilities abroad and felt very proud when I came back after 2 years to my old job. However, a point came when I realized that I could not increase my success and felt increasingly dissatisfied. I told myself, either you stay in this job until the end, or you do something completely different now. But what else could I do? In the area I could probably get equivalent employment with other companies. The question nagged me, however, would I feel better in another hamster wheel? It worked like that for 2 years. Since I was involved in moving jobs to so-called low-wage countries, it hit me that my job was dismantling. I needed to change, to help create and build. I thought about what I can offer the market. In my time of employment, I had been able to gain a wealth of experience in quality management. So I offered my expertise on just that to different companies. My vision was that well-known companies would benefit from my knowledge. Then I founded a consulting company. I did not suspect that later, the best-known European carmakers and some global players in the supply industry will become my customers. With online marketing, I've built up passive income for myself. It took just 3 months of preparation for this business to almost run by itself. The type of passive income one have also increased with an interesting app for mobile devices. Easy to develop, publish and provide support for many people for little money. If only 3 million customers buy, already a nice sum comes together. Finally, I realized that if a locksmith with no facultative training can do it, everyone can create their dream life and work in a fulfilling career or company of their own design. With 110% motivation, everyone can. A lifetime of abundance, happiness, success, and financial freedom awaits anyone who believes in themselves and takes action. This book will show you how. Ready to jump in? Let's talk about unshakable faith, the foundation to your success.
Chapter 1. Reach unshakable faith.
As soon as you trust yourself, you will know how to live. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe.
So many people have dreams that they never attempt. We like to think it's a lack of time or resource that stops us, but the truth is most of us just don't take action. World-renowned motivational life coach and author Tony Robbins wrote about the many who talk versus the few who do in regards to doing what it takes to achieve our wildest dreams. People live a life of someday until it's too late. Many people say, I have an idea for a best-selling book, if only I had the time to write it. Or, I have this business idea and I really believe it'd make millions, but I don't have the capital to start, the knowledge, or the resources. I don't have much time after my job either. Or, I've always wanted to travel the world, but I'm on a budget. And I'm getting too old anyway. I want to get into great shape, but I just don't have the time or energy to exercise. I want to save money and start a retirement account, but there's just not enough money to go around. Do any of these sound familiar? What really stops us from taking action? It's not lack of time. We all get the same 24 hours in every day. It's not lack of resources either. We can research anything online, buy or borrow books and audiobooks. Between blogs, YouTube channels, and ebooks, information is accessible and cheaper than ever. I hope to motivate people with this book and future seminars. We all have so much potential. Of course, even with all this information, we still don't accomplish anything unless we take action. The big question in this life isn't, why won't my dreams come true, but why don't we take action and make our dreams come true? We let those excuses get in the way, but the real reason we carry on doing the same thing year after year is we're afraid of breaking out and trying. We don't want to step out and stick our head up, telling others we're trying to do something big. We fear failure. We don't want others laughing at us. Deep down, we're not sure we can do what we want to set out to do. The way over this giant hurdle is to develop unshakable faith in yourself. It's the starting point and requirement for succeeding in life. Every success story you'll ever read centers around someone who had a dream and a drive, and they plowed forward with unshakable faith. They had to reach their dream no matter what. No less would do. This isn't a secret to success, reserved for only the most wealthy and successful to know. It's a story that's told over and over in every success book out there. It's the story of Oprah Winfrey, Walt Disney, Steve Jobs, Steven Spielberg, and every other famously successful person. In America today, almost all millionaires and billionaires are self-made, they earned their fortunes. Many started out with nothing or modest beginnings. I mentioned Tony Robbins, who has changed the lives of so many people and helped top athletes and business people succeed. He's a guru of success and happiness, but he wasn't born that way. Tony Robbins was 25 and living in a tiny apartment, washing his dishes in his bathtub, when he decided he was going to change his life. More importantly, he decided he could. He, like many others, had an epiphany that he was living his life. It wasn't a warm-up or practice game. His life was passing by, and if he wanted better he had to do better. Hollywood is filled with people who were broke and living on dreams when they made it. The reason we read about these people is that they didn't give up. They didn't let anything shake their faith in themselves. It really is never too late. A surprising number of highly successful people started out later in life, usually around 30 or 40, when they finally understood that the life they were living was a result of all of their choices. They realized that if they wanted a different life, they would have to do things differently. The choice is yours: accept life or take action. You can make that choice too, and decide to believe in yourself and your dream as if your success depended upon it, because that's the truth. Alternatively, be careful that you don't accept being comfortable. The other reason many people don't try for more is that their life is okay as it is. They have a job, income, and a little spending money to do things they enjoy. Many people stop when they reach this point. It's enough for them. For other people, they have a burning desire to build wealth or achieve another goal, such as becoming a doctor, traveling the world in their own yacht, retiring at age 35 or 45, or starting a mission. Your dream might not be a huge, life-changing thing either. Perhaps you dream of something that's very attainable, but something has held you back. Let me ask you something: are you living a life you love? Do you feel fulfilled? Are you working toward your dreams? Imagine what you can do if you don't let failure stop you. Dream for a few minutes, and pretend that you won't fail. Now imagine taking action because you have unshakable faith in yourself. It's never too young to start either. In the world best-selling book Think and Grow Rich by Napolen Hill, we read a story about a little girl who came to an older man and demanded some coins to help her mother pay for something. Even today, that would be bold for a young girl today. In her day, it was unheard of for a young girl to be demanding, especially a young black girl demanding money from a white man. Yet he gave it to her. Hill questioned why the girl was able to demand and receive money as she did, and he realized that she would not have taken no for an answer. She simply had to get that money and believed that she would. She had unshakable faith. At the core of all of these stories, people of all ages believed in themselves and lived as though they would reach their dream no matter what. Hill wanted to help people achieve their destiny, as he put it, and he studied over 500 wildly successful people to determine how they achieved their dreams. Sometimes that was becoming rich, and other times it was accomplishing a lifelong dream. It's up to you what truly makes you happy. This is the key to building wealth, and when people use Napolen Hill's 6-step process and statement, which I'll share soon, they're doing the same thing. They're picturing exactly what they want in their mind and demanding it from the universe. Now, you don't have to be angry and demanding, as we think of it, but rather having unshakable faith that if you know exactly what you want, and you wholeheartedly believe you can get it, then you'll attract it to you while taking action. In Think and Grow Rich, Napolen Hill taught us that unmovable certainty is the path to achieve any dream. Before that, however, we must know what we want. Desire leads to faith and results in action. You have to have a burning desire to attain wealth or achieve any dream. That dream might be to compete in a sport or make it as an author. This is a burning desire that you have to satisfy, one that pushes you to action. Hill says that the desire transmutes into its physical equivalent. That means when you dream about it, focus on it, and talk about it, you will create it in your life. If this sounds like law of attraction to you, that's because it does use the same universal truth. You attract what you think about, so you should be focusing on your path to wealth or your big dream. If we focus on problems, lack of money, lack of education, or lack of anything, we naturally create more lack. Focusing on all the things we want, and not the lack or wanting of them, will help us create them in our life. It takes time and dedication to make any dream happen, so that burning desire needs to be there to keep you going. If you feel like you want or but lack that burning desire, I suggest that you look at your motivation behind your dreams. Do you really desire to have $1 million, or do you truly want freedom, options, and the ability to travel the world? The money is the vehicle to your dream, not the end goal itself. If you dream about being a doctor, your true goal is to help and heal others. You might also want the prestige and money for all the options and benefits that those provide. Knowing your true reason, or what some call your why, will keep you going when you face hurdles. No one wants to lose 50 or 100 pounds just to see a different number on the scale. We improve ourselves for the benefits. Losing weight means you can do more, look better, feel better, and deal with less sickness and disease. Starting your own business takes time and dedication. People who want a business want the time freedom, the control, and the ability to build something that will help their family, their children, and their grandchildren. Please realize that no dream is selfish or wrong. If you think and feel that way, you're blocking your success. When we better ourselves and achieve happiness and success, we can offer so much more to the world. It all starts with a desire and your own faith that you can do it, and that leads to action. Hill supplies 6-step plan to clarify your desire and how you will get it. Fix in your mind the exact amount of money you desire. Or your dream, it may not be monetary. Determine exactly what you intend to give in exchange for this money. Establish a definite date by which you intend to acquire this money. Create a definite plan to acquire the money, and take the first step immediately. Put the 4 items above into a clear, concise sentence describing each part. Read the statement aloud twice daily, in the morning and at night. Using this process and creating a written statement to read daily is a strong way to speak to your subconscious. This method also builds your faith in yourself. By writing down a dream, you're telling yourself and the universe that you can do it. Being specific further propels your mind to work toward the exact thing you want. This plan also has you determine what you will give for your dream, what work will you offer? Or what will you sacrifice? Many people want something but don't want to pay the price for it. Knowing what you'll do to achieve your dream gives you a plan, and that allows you to take steps and build confidence. Faith, visualization of and belief in attainment of desire. We think of faith of believing in what we cannot see. Napolen Hill offered a different view, and a way to create faith. Here's what he said, and don't worry, we'll break it down below. As an illustration, consider the purpose for which you are, presumably, reading this book. The object is, naturally, to acquire the ability to transmute the intangible thought impulse of desire into its physical counterpart, money. By following the instructions laid down in the chapters on autosuggestion, and the subconscious mind, as summarized in the chapter on autosuggestion, you may convince the subconscious mind that you believe you will receive that for which you ask, and it will act upon that belief, which your subconscious mind passes back to you in the form of faith, followed by definite plans for procuring that which you desire. You tell your subconscious over and over that you want something and you'll get it. Your subconscious listens to this and develops faith. Once you have faith, you act on it and create the results you desire. Basically, Hill advises that you can create faith by using affirmations or repeated instructions to your subconscious mind. He calls this autosuggestion. If we hear something over and over, we believe it. This is how we learn language. Our parents call the sky, and we believe them. We all agree that the color blue is blue because that's what everyone calls it. We're told that the sky is blue, and that's what we all believe. That's a very basic example. Consider this. Just like you can destroy a person's confidence with repeated criticism and abuse, you can build them up with positive words. Think of a child who grows up in a loving home, hearing words of affirmation. Then consider how that child will be in adulthood compared to a child who only heard bad things about themselves. This works all through our lives. Say you're in a relationship with someone who tears you down. They constantly tell you bad things about yourself. You could leave that relationship or demand that they treat you better, but if you stick around and listen to those negative things, you'll eventually start to believe them. When people realize that they've allowed others to affect them this way, whether it was their parents or a partner, they sometimes will counteract that experience with new, positive affirmations about themselves. We use this technique after a hardship, such as a divorce or unemployment as well. Before giving a presentation, have you ever gave yourself a pep talk? I can do this. I'll do great. People want to hear my talk. I have useful information to share. It works in life and while working toward your dream. I'm a go-getter. I'm optimistic and look for new possibilities. I have years of experience and knowledge to help me succeed in this field. You can use this same power to suggest things to your brain, or subconscious, and you can in essence hand a new truth to yourself. Your brain believes what it hears. We can repeat something to our own mind all the time, and our mind will believe it. For example, I will put in the time and effort and turn my business around. I'm learning new skills and improving issues. I will succeed. These affirmations, or autosuggestions, help us take a dream and turn it into positive forward movement. When you have desire and take action, that's faith. For many people, their big dream is to be financially independent because that lowers stress and brings options. It allows you to enjoy life instead of surviving or struggling. To achieve this dream, you need to make smart choices all through life. It often begins with little things such as wise spending, saving money, and then investing in growing wealth. To use autosuggestion on this path, you could start by increasing your income. Let's say you earn a modest $2,000 a month and decide that by the end of the year, you'll earn at least $2,500 a month. You ask yourself how you can make that happen and generate a long list of steps you can take. You might take on additional work, ask for a raise, start a side business, or find ways to sell items online. You plan to study and learn new skills to increase your value at work. You might attend conferences and network. Then, you take action. All the while, you tell yourself 5 times a day, I will make $2,500 this month and every month this year. When you succeed, you celebrate and really enjoy the feeling. The next year, you increase your autosuggestion to $3,000 a month. This model works if you're earning $4,000 a month or $20,000 a month right now. People have taken this model and doubled their income. It's not really about the numbers. It's about telling your brain a new truth over and over until the physical evidence of this truth manifests in your life. Desire, faith, action, results. How to develop absolute certainty. Unshakable faith has also been absolute certainty. Imagine what you can accomplish if you nurture absolute certainty in yourself and your ability to reach your dream. That kind of faith or certainty creates power that seems almost magical. Tony Robbins shared a story of transforming belief in his book Unlimited Power. Pablo Casals was one of the greatest musicians of the 20th century, yet at 90 years old he was frail and almost unable to move. He would rise in the morning, his fingers stiff and swollen, and his legs struggling to carry him. Before anything else, he would go to the piano and sit with difficulty. Then his entire body would change as he began to play, his fingers suddenly agile and the music flowing through him. Music was his life, and his belief in its beauty and power brought vitality back to him every day. Your own faith can transform you and help you do incredible feats as well. Tony Robbins has helped a lot of professional athletes with uncertainty and confidence, so he's intrigued by what makes people choke when they were doing well before. He shared a story in an interview about how the mind affects performance. When NBA players suddenly can't make free throws, that means something got in the way. Something is blocking them. Mr. Robbins helps players overcome that, not through physical practice but by using his special talent of breaking through mental blocks. He shared a small study that looked at basketball players and mental practice to show how he helps people. The study took a group of players and split them into 3 groups. The first group practiced free throws for 6 weeks. The second group didn't practice at all. The third didn't touch a basketball, but they mentally practiced free throws. Robbins pointed out that it's not about practice but perfect practice. He said, "Perfect practice makes perfect." These players in the third group visualized themselves making free throws with 100% accuracy. The players spent weeks mentally going through a free throw, walking up to the line, how they would stand, how they would hold the ball, how they would throw it, and then the ball would swish through the net each and every time. After 6 weeks, the 3 groups got together to throw free throws. Guess which one improved the most? The group that practiced mentally far outdid the group that practiced physically, and of course the group that did nothing. Tony excitedly said, "It's having that absolute certainty that makes you tap your full potential, take massive action, get massive results, get reinforced to having stronger belief, and this is what makes somebody a star at anything. You can take active control of your mind and redirect your focus on making your life a masterpiece. To create unshakable, unstoppable faith in yourself, use autosuggestion in combination with visualization. Tell yourself every day that you'll achieve your dream. Visualize yourself living that dream. Building faith in yourself. Reaching unshakable faith in yourself means choosing to believe you'll get there, so you must repeat your dreams to yourself. Create and use positive affirmations. Remember, your mind will believe what you tell it. So if you feed your mind ongoing doubt, fear, and criticism, it'll think you can't do anything. If you create affirmations that back up who you want to be and what you want to do, your mind will focus on those qualities. You'll essentially create them in your mind and your life by repeating them to yourself. Create and use positive affirmations. Remember, your mind will believe what you tell it. So if you feed your mind ongoing doubt, fear, and criticism, it'll think you can't do anything. If you create affirmations that back up who you want to be and what you want to do, your mind will focus on those qualities. You'll essentially create them in your mind and your life by repeating them to yourself.
Chapter 1. Key points.
Know what you want and why you want it. Believe you can have it, and you deserve it. Define it clearly and repeat it often to yourself. Commit to your dream. Use autosuggestion and visualization, aka mental perfect practice. Take action. Celebrate your progress and wins, and build on them. Exercise number 1, your best self. Take some time to reflect on who you are, what you like about yourself, and what qualities and characteristics you most admire about yourself. Write these all down. Next, make a list of all the things you've accomplished. What are you proud of doing? What makes you proud of yourself? This doesn't have to be a conventional list, either. Any and everything that makes you feel good about yourself should go on this list. Think about how you want to improve, and add those qualities and traits to your list in present tense, as if you already have them. Add in your goals as well, write that you are capable of achieving them. Don't worry about being a fraud as you write about your best self. Even if you're not this person every second, it's still your best self. Stretch yourself and write affirmations of what you want to be and what you want to achieve. Enjoy the process. Dream and feel the joy of being this best version of you. After brainstorming for a while, write your affirmations and even a story of you and your best life. Here's a short example from Nancy, a 30-something mom who has a dream of starting a small business to help others. I am a happy, loving person who makes others feel good. I enjoy helping others laugh and be their best selves. I'm smart and resourceful, and I'm going to do a great job of starting my business within a year. Have a dream and plan. When you create a plan and action steps, you can measure progress and tweak your plan. On the other hand, if you simply have a dream without a plan, you'll feel as if you aren't making progress. When you don't get closer to your dream, you'll grow frustrated and wonder why you can't have what others can. It's simply a matter of planning and taking action. When you take action and it doesn't work, you can find a different way. You can find new resources, watch videos, talk to people, and use your experience to improve what you're doing.